Hi there, I'm Colin Lamb, aka the Tone Wizard, and I hope you're doing very well wherever it is that you may happen to be. I'm doing fantastic, thank you for asking. I would also like to thank the new subscribers who have come into the channel over the last couple of weeks. Thank you very much for joining me on my channel, and I look forward to hearing what you have to say in the comments about this video and past videos and future videos. So, today I'm going to be doing a reaction video, and it's kind of a what the fuck, because I watched about 30 seconds of this thing, and I decided to stop and make a video with it. It just came across. I think I was on Facebook. I don't really go on there much anymore, but I was on Facebook, and lo and behold, this thing popped up, and it was in a Metal Insider album or something. So what this is this is a new song, I guess, from Tommy Lee called Bouncy Castle. What do we know about Tommy Lee? Obviously, he's a drummer from Motley Crue. If you really want to know about that, you should read the book called The Dirt. It's one of those books that probably benefits from a great deal of exaggeration, but if 20% of that book is remotely true, they have a hell of a story, and a story that I think is probably dying in rock and roll as people have gradually come to their senses about what should pass as generally decent human conduct. At any rate, I don't want to talk about Motley Crue too much. What do I know about Tommy Lee? Well, let me tell you, when I was a young man, a friend lent me a VHS cassette that featured Tommy Lee and none other than Pamela Anderson, and I think they've made a special on Netflix about what I'm referring to. But that tape occupied a unique place in my development as a man, for better, for worse. You be the judge. But I also know that he had a song, was naked, like just naked or something like that, where he was on a bed, all trashed out, which kind of correlates to this one. And I really don't know what he's been doing other than the Motley Crue reunion. They famously reunited after signing a contract saying they wouldn't reunite. I mean, who are they beholden to? Who was ever going to collect on that lawsuit? I don't know. I'm not a big fan of Motley Crue. I did enjoy The Dirt, the book. I thought the movie was trash. I just thought it was too glossy. The book that the movie was based on was literally called The Dirt, and they managed to clean away a lot of the dirt that made the book compelling to read. And enjoyable to read as just something that you put on the back of the toilet, and every time you take one of your classic 20-minute movements, you could read a couple of chapters. It was a fun book to read, and I enjoyed it. But like I say, I'm not a big fan of Motley Crue, and I haven't been following up with what Tommy Lee's been doing over the last decade, or probably almost, Jesus, I mean, that's probably over 20 years when the VHS cassette came out. And yeah, there's a whole other story there about my friend stealing pornos from his dad and having to burn off a bunch of stolen porno magazines only to have the ashes of the porno rain down over the neighborhood where I lived. That's a long story. If you're interested in hearing that full story, let me know in the comments and I'll tell it. Anyways, let's get into this. This is a song called Bouncy Castle by Tommy Lee. And like I say, I mean, I pulled up this first little image of it, and immediately I was like, okay, I got to do a video on this, because right off the bat we have a clown, a headless. These are all Tommy Lee's from what I can tell. They appear to be in some kind of high-end. There's a lot going on in every frame of this, but let's let the video do the talking. All right, this is Tommy Lee, Bouncy Castle on the Tone 98.5. I love the boob drums. That was pretty much what made me decide to do this video. Anal bleach, like there's a lot going on in every frame here. And the graphics look better than Cyberpunk. My grandpa had a painting that wasn't much different than that in his sex room. He had a sex room. They've got those awful pop music horns going, a minotaur, a woman, bloated clown, Tommy Lee, dildo helmet Tommy. Is that the actual Tommy Lee here? Or is it maybe the actual Tommy Lee's on the drums? I don't know. Oh. This seems like one of those every idea is a great idea kind of projects. Kind of sounds like like Primus from the late 90s. Except for that awful horn. Ooh, it's great graphics. Like I say, much better than Cyberpunk 2077, which was a good game actually. I don't know if you ever played that. Is this just a loop? Is this going to change at all? Is it a loop? I think that we're just watching a loop. I don't think anything's going to change. Yeah, we've definitely seen all this. He's going to barf. He's gonna float. Yeah, we've seen all this. This is just a loop. My God. Okay, this is a loop, people. And let me tell you, I've wasted a lot of my life doing things that I probably could have saved a lot of time not doing. And watching the rest of that, it's five. Like, I'm just gonna scroll. Nothing changes. It's just a loop. It's a complete loop. The music doesn't, it's like, whatever. It's like a minute long or something like that. I'm not going to waste your time. You can go watch that. I'll put a link to that right down in the description. But that is a loop. And we're better than that here at the Tone Wizard. I'm not going to watch 5 minutes of that. I don't think it was terrible. It was stimulating to watch a couple of cycles of the loop. I can't help but feel sorry for these characters trapped in that loop, all these Tommy Lees. And it was grotesque. It was shocking. And did I need to see it? I don't know. Will I watch it again? Probably not. The music is definitely not interesting to me. Oh, it started up again. That was... yeah, you know, I don't like to say something's bad because clearly somebody spent some money on those animations. Ill-advised. All of it. And maybe let's just go through the comments and see what other people have to say about this one, because I don't really want to be mean. And you know what the great thing about YouTube is, if you look into the comments, somebody will have said something meaner than you are going to say, probably funnier than you were going to say it, and you don't have to say it yourself. Playing this loop video back to back and making it a never-ending loop, getting better every time, I disagree. This seems like a chaotic fever dream. Yeah, I don't know. My interpretation of this is Tommy Lee was like, I want to make this video, and there should be this, and then a fucking clown, and then there's a version of me that's like puking, and then there's a big mouth eating one of me, and the animator was just writing it all down and being like, yes, that's a good idea. Great idea, Tommy. Great, fantastic. Pretty damn funny. His mind is like a porta-john at a NASCAR race. Well, that's a fantastic comment by Hello. Brings a whole new meaning to the phrase headbanger. I don't think so. Somebody else commented, reminds me of the Prodigy. This comment is pretty mean, but this is what narcissism and a mind ravaged by decades of addiction looks like. Ugh, that's kind of close to the mark. I actually love this. Yeah, you know what? I'm not going to read through much more of that. Tommy only had money for 45 seconds of animation. So somewhere there's another 5 minutes of that floating around that's being held hostage until Tommy sends the fucking PayPal transfer or something. I don't know. You know what? I made this video. I'm going to post it. I thought there might be more to that when I watched the beginning of it, but there is not. There is nothing more to that. What else is Tommy doing on his channel that might be of interest? That was his first music video. The other one they have posted is from 8 years ago. Yeah, I don't know. Again, did I need to watch that? No. Am I glad I watched it? Not particularly. Do I recommend that you watch it? I can't say that I do, but I watched it, and that's just where my life is at, I guess, right now. Anyways, if you got something you want me to check out on the channel, please send it my way. Let me know what your thoughts of that are down below. If you've enjoyed this video or you want to check out some of my other videos, please do like this video and subscribe. Now I'm going to drink the rest of this beer and continue to wonder what the fuck I just watched. Take care of yourselves.